Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hype found it in another chapter, in another saga, in another entry. This is no fap day 11 out of 30, and at the gym, man, my approach was whack. My approach started off whack. It wasn't all the way whack, but it started off whack, right? Okay, there's this girl that was in my weight training class in college, right? Come to find out, she transferred. Like, she didn't really transfer, but she switched memberships. She used to work. She used to not. She used to work. She used to be at a gym. You know what I mean? Then she switched to my gym in my neighborhood, and I didn't even know she was like local to my area. I like, you know what I mean? Because my school's kind of far from my house. It's like an hour and a half on the bus. So I didn't know she was gonna be in my area. She transferred to my gym, like, and I'm like, oh shoot. So I saw her. I was like, oh shoot, that's her, right? Because we didn't really talk in the weight training class. We didn't really have conversations and nothing like that. You know what I mean? And so I was like, oh, this is my perfect opportunity to talk to her, right? I talked to her and everything. My approach was whack, right? I was like, okay, I'll see you around. And she was just standing there, right? I went to do something else. I went to do the stepper, and then I was going to do the bicycle. I do 30 minutes of cardio. So I do 15 minutes on the stepper, and I do 15 minutes on the pedal bike, right? So then while I was doing that, I was thinking, like, yo, my approach was whack. Like, what in the world am I doing, right? So then while I was on the bike, I was like thinking, like, oh, so I could approach her about this, right? I could approach her about that, right? Oh shoot. So I went back and I approached her again and everything, and yeah, we got more into it. She really likes our teacher and everything. I was like, she teaches a swimming class because I just finished a swimming class last year, right? So I told her, yeah, she gives a really good swimming class and everything like that. She was like, I can't swim, and I was like, she works on all levels. It was good conversation piece, like, like it was good to kind of establish myself. I told her my name and everything. It was good to establish myself with her because I'm gonna be seeing her more often if I keep going to the gym. I'm gonna see her more often, so it was good to solidify myself, with her in that aspect where I was telling her, yeah, you need to go to the swimming class. You should really try that out. I mean, even if you can't swim, she works with everybody, individually, based on your experience, your level of, experience and everything like that. She works with everybody. So, anyway, I told her my name. She was like, okay. Her and her friend went into the locker room. I went into the locker room. And then I went home after going to the locker room, getting dressed and everything like that. And yeah, that was my day. So it's like, yo, how did that even, like, wow, that's good news. Now I can keep working on my approach, you know what I'm saying? I can keep sliding up in there, you know what I mean? Sliding in through and working on my approach, you know what I mean? It's a good time, man, to get my Mac on, you know what I mean? To get my game on, to practice and test my game out. You know what I mean? And I'm not using her just for that. I really want to be there, like, so she could, ask me questions if she has any, just to be available for, if she has any questions for me. So, yeah, anyway, that was my day. No fap, day 11 out of 30. I'll see y'all on the next one.